Welcome back to Luke's Vintage RC. So as you can tell, I got something really cool and special here. You're looking at Kyosho's Trail Blaster wheelie action machine. How cool are these little things? I love these. Kyosho would do 4 variants of these. I'll show you an image of that right now. Pretty cool, pretty cool. This is kit 30891 and Kyosho's log. I think it's so cool. Now, majority of these, when you do get them, they are pre-assembled. You just got to paint up the body. It does say to do a 2-tone paint scheme, but if you're a newbie, I would say just stick to one paint job. Now, there can be some issues with these, especially being all the way from 1998, like this one. The decals that they give you can be a little tough to get, have the sticky power that they used to have. So you have to heat them up with a little like hair dryer or some type of heat gun to get that to come back to life. You got to take your time with the window masking or with the window tint decals here, because they won't lay down perfectly and they will hold air pockets easily. So I still got one little tiny one that doesn't want to come out right now. So that's pretty cool, which makes it easy for somebody that's new to put this kit together, because the majority of these are basically almost pre-assembled, I would say. You just got to put in your like servo and your MSC or ESC, but and also MSC servos. So the servos do have to be installed. But yeah, they also make a GP version that's the nitro powered. I'd love to see that. Hopefully one day I can find one of those. But I love this thing. I think it turned out beautiful for what it is. It's, you know, a 1990s mad RC style. I think it's super cool with the wild graphics and everything. It speaks to me on my level, and I just think it's so cool. Very Japanesey. These come with a 540 silver can motor, so wheelies are easy. I think they could included a 380 motor as well, and it would still do the same thing, but just not be as fast. But yeah, I need to be quiet because everybody wants a 540 at least in their cars, not a 380. I'm just saying, it would do. A lot of RC cars came with 380s, especially a 112 scale, and I'll talk more about that in a future video that I have of a car that just came in with a 380 motor. But anyways, back to this guy. I think it turned out great. You do got to be, you know, take your time if you're painting this as well, because there's a lot of curves. And if you're doing a 2-tone paint scheme like the box art, you're going to want to take your time and make sure you mask everything off that has to be done. There's a lot of work. It's tougher than you think. I'll say that. To paint the body, it's box art. So, but it turned out really good. I think it did. What else? Let's take the shell off. Now, these are usually fitted with like old vintage electronics. I have a 2.4 gigahertz and 1060 in here with an MG996 servo, but I have the vintage electronics that'll go in it after I run the car, because it's going to be a display piece. Back here is where you would put the battery at. Just to give you an idea, so it just kind of goes in here like this, so to speak, and then these just kind of strap it in like that. That's pretty much it, and just plug it in. I got like a little 2S pack right there, so pretty cool. Oops, I want to drop my shell. I did take it for a quick test drive, and it drives nice. So all right, I think what we're going to do, we're going to now show you the build-up, because this one here, for some reason, was not assembled or painted, which I'm not complaining at all. I love doing all that stuff. Also, there's no ball bearings in this car. They just give you stock metal bushings. So that's it, but it rolls nice. It really does. So let's go straight into the build-up, and then we're going to go into the run. That's going to start right now. All right, let's see what we got. So here's our manual for the Trail Blaster, along with the foams for the tires, foam for the guard right in the front, like a bumper, foam bumper protector kind of thing. Then we got the body. Got to cut it all out. Looks pretty good. Then we got our tires, nice and soft. We got our wrenches, and it looks like body posts. Let's see, we got our servo savers, and it looks like some type of steering arms and things. So here's our rims, much smaller than I thought they were going to be, but very cool. Let's get inside this box real quick. All right. MSC. Chassis. Gears. Screws and bolts. What else is in here? This is the motor. Motor mounts, and some more, another pinion gear, screws and things. Let's see what else we got in here. The bolts. And that looks like about it. All right, so now we also have our little GT Power jet fan that we can use to blow off all the dirt when we get finished running this bad boy. That's going to be pretty cool. Big thanks to those guys for sponsoring us. And we got our paints, silver and white for the body. We do have a servo right here, a little 996, and then we got a little an ESC that we're going to use just to get this guy powered up. But we do have the MSC that's going to go in there anyways. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt the video. I just wanted to show you a product I've been using. Absolutely love this thing. This is GT Power's Jet Fan 2. And this thing is just so cool. It's very small, but yet packs a big punch with 11,000 RPM speed. Just crazy. So like a mini hurricane in this thing. So if you're an RCer like I am, you run your cars a lot, you want them to stay clean and looking good. Or if you just want that area to kind of look good and you don't want to take a big giant, blower out there, this is what you need. Also, if you work on your laptop, you're editing videos for 10 hours or more like I do routinely every week, you need to keep these things clean. You're eating food, you got paper like I do, you're looking through stuff, trying to get information, they can get pretty nasty and crummy. This is what I do use. I cannot believe I didn't have one of these before, but big thanks out to GT Power for sending this to me to try out. I absolutely love it. My daughter, she used this the other day. She had soccer and she was hot, and she said, I use this thing, Dad, I love it. I told her, I said, make sure I get it back. I need it. So you do get some cool things with this one. You get attachments, different type of attachments. You get some that are more condensed, some that are more wide fans, like spread out kind of wind. You get a charging cord too, which is nice. You use it to plug into a brick or your laptop if you can. So let me show you basically what you do. I'm just going to use this medium one right here. Actually, let me use the fan because I got some stuff to blow off this table. Let's use this one. Just screws in right here. You have an on and off switch on the bottom. When charging it, it'll show green when it's fully charged. Pretty nice. Gives you a power section right here. You can increase it. You hear the jet. Whew. Look at that. I mean, you guys need this thing. I love it. So cool. Now, GT Power has all kinds of cool things that make life so much easier. I highly recommend you guys go to their website. I'm going to put a description down below for you to go see that stuff. So, that's GT Power's Jet Fan 2. Pick you up one today. Now back to our program. All right, we're at 0. Let's see how fast this guy will go. I'll try to ease into the throttle because all it wants to do is wheelie. See what kind of speed we got. It ain't no slouch, 23.6 miles an hour. All right, now to the run review. All right, guys, now for the run review of the Kyosho Trail Blaster. That's so awesome. I don't care. Wheelies never get boring. Now, with driving one of these cars, you do have to be very sensitive with your throttle inputs, because if you want to keep it looking good without flipping it or anything like that, you're going to want to control your throttle finger. That is so cool. I imagine this is a good reason why there's not many of these cars around. It's just because you can really lose it with these things. I'm actually shocked at how good the steering is. Gosh, it looks so good though. It's very 90s-esque, very comical looking in my opinion. One of those, like a comical Tamiya car or something. Well, let's bring her in, bring her on in. I'm scared I'm gonna flip this thing. It is quite easy to do. And it looks too nice. It really does to ruin it. All right, my friends, that's gonna be a wrap on this bad boy. I truly appreciate you guys coming along with me on the ride with this one. Looks killer. Drives actually pretty good for what it is. Wheelies anytime you want. All right, guys, thank you so very much. Please hit the like, comment if you have one of these or know any stories about them, and subscribe. I promise you're not gonna wanna miss what's coming up next, guys. Bye.